Running back Derrick Henry continues to move toward a future that appears destined for Canton, yet his journey remains filled with meaningful benchmarks that illustrate his rare durability, production, and impact. He now sits within reach of another major milestone, needing only a modest rushing total to join an exclusive group of elite backs who delivered season after season of dominant power running. The list features legends such as LaDainian Tomlinson, Adrian Peterson, and Emmitt Smith, and Henry is positioned to stand alongside them through a combination of consistency, longevity, and relentless physicality. His previous campaigns have already cemented his place as one of the defining runners of his generation, and adding another elite season strengthens that legacy even further. Beyond seasonal numbers, Henry has another historic opportunity as he prepares to face the Steelers. Should he break through for a significant yardage performance, he would stand shoulder to shoulder with Jim Brown as the only runners to achieve 3 separate outings of overwhelming ground dominance against Pittsburgh. If that performance comes in consecutive matchups, Henry would be in a category of his own. Pittsburgh has prided itself on defensive toughness for generations, which makes the possibility of Henry controlling the game even more remarkable. The challenge he faces this week is substantial. The Steelers enter this matchup frustrated and determined after surrendering an unusually high rushing total in their previous home appearance. Their defensive approach is expected to reflect that urgency, loading the line of scrimmage with the clear intention of slowing Henry's downhill force. Such a tactic places the responsibility on Lamar Jackson to exploit openings in the passing game and punish the defense for overcommitting. Jackson has not delivered his most explosive form in recent outings, which increases the risk of a defensive plan that dares him to reassert his dynamic playmaking. The greater question is whether stopping Henry is even feasible when he finds his rhythm behind a physical front. At times, defenses can commit as many bodies as possible only to find themselves watching Henry power through contact and wear down their stamina. If he establishes control early, Pittsburgh's scheme could collapse under its own pressure. The stakes extend beyond individual milestones. This game carries serious weight for both clubs as the season tightens and postseason implications sharpen. Another disappointing result for Pittsburgh could stir unrest inside the stadium when they return home for their next primetime matchup. A frustrated crowd has already shown a willingness to voice dissatisfaction, and another setback would likely intensify calls for sweeping changes. As Henry steps onto the field with history in reach once again, the moment reflects both the arc of his extraordinary career and the urgency of a matchup that could influence the trajectory of 2 franchises.